All right, it is movie review time again, and I recently took the opportunity to watch the new movie Strays. Now, Strays is a live action movie about dogs. It has Will Ferrell as the voice of the main character, and Jamie Foxx is the voice of one of the other dogs. Let me say this first. This is not by no means stretch of the imagination a children's movie. So let's just go ahead and get that out of the way. The basic story is Will's character has a fairly abusive relationship with his owner. He doesn't think that is the way it is, and his owner eventually drives him about 3 hours from where they live, drops him off, and then Will's character meets Jamie Foxx's character, and Jamie Foxx's character convinces Will's character that he has not been treated very well. So they meet up with some other dogs, and they decide to travel back and exact some revenge on his owner. So this is a comedy, and I just didn't find it very funny at all. It was a lot of throw things at the wall, let's see what sticks. A lot of adult humor in this, and there's nothing wrong with that. Those types of comedies in the 80s and 90s and into the early 2000s, there were some really well-made ones. And if we look back at Joyride and No Hard Feelings from this year, that type of comedy does work if it's done correctly. I just don't feel it worked at all in this movie. I didn't find it funny. It just did not work for me at all. Now, they did, for the majority of the movie, they did animate the dog's mouth so that, they could speak that way, so it just wasn't a full voiceover. It starts that way at the very beginning for a few minutes, and then eventually they turn it over so you at least see the mouths moving. Excuse me. But I didn't find it funny. When I saw it, there were a couple of folks in the theater, and they were laughing at it, which I've said before, everybody's humor tolerance is totally different. Excuse me. But it just did not work for me at all. And the box office results so far are showing that apparently it's not working very well. So it's probably going to be on streaming very soon. So if you really want to see it, I would wait a few weeks. It should be out on streaming, and then or at least video on demand, and you can catch it that way. I can't even give it any stars. I'm going to give it 0 out of 5 stars.